Hey, Cesc and Julian here, and today we're going to talk about the top 7 Miami clubs and how much it costs to play there.
Let's talk about the classics first. Wynwood and Real Padel.
Okay, so now everybody who started playing paddle pretty much, started there. And don't forget about Padel Life.
Padel Life too.
It's a little bit farther off, but those are the 3 clubs that if you first started playing paddle, let's say 3 or 4 years ago, that's where you were playing. So for me, it was Wynwood. For you,
Where's Wynwood?
yep. So those are the 3 right there, and then the other 4 are the newer clubs, and these are again the top 7 clubs here in Miami. What are the other 4, Julian?
We have Open Padel, Ultra, Padel X, and the famous and sexy Reserve Padel Club.
Okay, so those are the 7 clubs. They're pretty much here in Miami. Those are the clubs that most of us go and play at. So let's talk a little bit about each one of them before we talk about the cheapest club to play in. So let's talk about one of the first ones, Real Padel. Okay, Real Padel is right in downtown. They have 4 courts there, and it's one of the oldest clubs there. Right there in downtown. So great area. They don't have tons of benefits, but they got new turf there, 4 courts.
Finally got new turf.
I know. And big things are going in there. So we're going to talk a little bit more of that maybe in a couple weeks. The next one is.
Well, then let's talk about Real. Real also lack of facilities. The bathrooms you have, I think it's only 1 bathroom.
Yeah, 1 bathroom.
They are not a cafeteria. They have the Huella Cafe there.
Well, I gotta say that they really did a decent job within the last 6 months. They got Punto 19 there, and they have people coming in there just to eat there. So if you're going somewhere to want to play and then afterwards eat, that's probably the place to be at. You know, I kind of really like what they did in the last kind of 6 months. But you're right, compared to the other ones, the benefits are at a minimum. Okay. All right. So what's the next one? You worked there for a little bit. What's the next?
Let's
club?
talk about Wynwood. Wynwood's another of the classics. It's in the heart of Wynwood Art District on 22nd Avenue. Great facility. It used to be the top facility.
Well, I gotta say that it's still one of the top facilities. That place is always packed. It's always booked. Okay.
Yeah.
It's really known as one of like a fixture of paddle here in Miami. You get a lot of celebrities going there. You have a beautiful, nice burrito artwork there. They just kind of put in new carpets, new turfs, which was needed for a little while. They have kind of like a small little area where you have a cafe. You have a small, pro shop there, and
the locker rooms are pretty decent.
Yeah.
You get towels. The showers are good, so you can go there, shower and then go to work. It's a pretty decent club.
Now,
right?
The location is in Wynwood. In the night's a little, dicey a little bit if you're not parking inside, but if you're used to that and you're in that area, then you should be fine. But that's a club where I first started playing. I love that club and have a lot of memories there, and they have good leagues there on Saturday and Sunday, and sometimes Thursdays, run by Pedro. I think they do a really good job there. Okay, so let's talk about the next club. I've got to talk about Open Padel. Okay, now this one is indoors. Okay, so that's we're gonna first talk about outdoor and indoor, but this one is just indoors. It's a little bit farther out in Miramar, and they have 5? Let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 courts, right?
They have 5 indoor courts, and this is not Miami. This is away from Miami. If you drive no traffic, it will take you, if you're in the heart of Miami, downtown Brickell, it will take you 40-45 minutes to get there.
No traffic is 20 minutes. I
go
go
there
all every
Tuesday. Like 200 miles an hour.
Normal
people,
we're
not him.
We're not talking about senior citizens driving.
Yes,
okay, so
if you go speed limit.
Let's say the maximum is 25. If you go in the evening or during traffic hours, it's definitely 45 minutes. But you have to include that club, I think, because we need a few indoor clubs. And when it rains, what are you going to do?
Yes.
You're going to go to the 3 clubs that have indoor clubs, and Open Padel is one of them.
Correct.
They have great leagues, advanced leagues, which I really like. The height is not. I think it's 20. 25. It's not official height, I think, of 28 feet, but
I mean, it's decent. I think it's great.
it is
Yeah.
decent, you know.
I think it's the highest ceiling in the Miami indoor clubs.
I think you're right, and they do have a shower.
Yeah.
You know, and they have a shower and bathrooms. I think they could be, you know, updated a little bit, but they have that there, and they have a small pro shop.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's do the next one. I know the next one you're gonna enjoy, your favorite club. You know, the one that you're working at now. So let's talk about that.
Ultra, baby, ultra 28 paddle courts.
To be. What do you have? What do you have right now?
Right now we have 17, and
Wow.
we have 8 more coming up
Okay.
in the next 60 days. So we're having 8 indoor courts coming up in the next. So hopefully by July we'll be ready. So we're gonna be a full-on, 27, 28 paddle courts in the heart of Miami. Great locker rooms. You get towels. You get that extra bump on the service. You get towels. You get some, complimentary water. It's truly a great experience. As you can see, we're on location right now. The courts are red clay. The Roland Garros look and feel. They're absolutely beautiful courts to play with. And tell me your experience.
I mean, I think it's just an experience. So when you come here, it's an experience. It's really nice. Looks very high end. Without the price tag of it. You know what I'm saying? You have a good pro shop. You have indoor courts, and you have outdoor courts. You have plenty of them, so it's not as hard, to book here as it is in the other clubs. And I'm not sure moving forward. I don't know if that's going to change, but they have definitely a lot of courts here, so that's kind of a good thing. And they have the area we could sit down and relax. It's very, very nice. One of the better clubs here in Miami. Okay, so let's talk about one of the newer clubs.
Well, your favorite, Reserve.
Yes. Okay. So let's talk about Reserve. That is my favorite. I'm a member there, so I'm a little biased of it. But that one is definitely an experience that makes you feel really like it's exclusive, especially the Design District one. But let's just talk about the one on Watson Island. So they have 6 courts there, viewing the water. Very, very, very nice. They don't have showers there because it is a pop-up, but the Design District does. Okay, so the courts play really, really well there. Okay, so we'll talk about the newest one, just opened up last month, and that's going to be Padel X. This is starting to be one of my favorite ones, only because I live, 4 blocks from there. They have is it 8 courts or 10 courts?
10 courts.
10 courts. Great design. I really like where they have the area there where you're lounging and you can kind of see all the courts. It is easier to get courts there, and I think Nali did a great job there. So they just have bathrooms there, no shower. They have a small pro shop there.
Yeah. And you have the three famous L's: location, location, location. I mean, it's absolutely perfect location.
100%, because you're the closest to Brickell. You're crossing MacArthur right there, and you have 95 right there. So it's great. The courts too have already been settled in. I like how they play, so it's just really, really great. Okay, so are we missing one? Oh, we're missing Padel Life. Padel Life. So that's another one that's a little bit farther out, but we have to include that because, again, if it's raining, where are you going to go?
Yes.
You only got Ultra, you got Open Padel, and you got Padel Life. And Padel Life was one of the first ones here as well. It's kind of a staple in this area.
I think after Real was Padel Life was the first 2 really pioneers of the paddle world here in the United States, pretty much. I mean, it was Real and then Padel Life, and
without a doubt. And they have 3 courts there, and they just put in new courts there with turf. So, and and I think they still have a soccer up on the top, and then they have PTs there, and I think a chiropractor there, and have a small paddle shop there. They also have good leagues there as well. It's hard. But it's hard. You're almost a week out, a week and a half, almost 2 weeks to reserve a court there, and it's because it's area, right? The people around there only have that as an option, and also because it's indoor. When it rains, everybody's flocking to try to get courts indoors. Okay, so
let's get excited, baby.
Yeah, let's talk about price, man.
The cheapest and the most expensive.
Yes.
Let's get on with it. Now, number 1.
Cheapest price. Remember, we're doing all outdoor. Okay, so these are all outdoor. Or indoor if they only have indoor.
Yes.
Okay.
And we're doing also
prime time.
Yeah, prime time, peak hour. Meaning it's gonna be in the afternoons.
Yeah,
most
after
likely.
5 usually.
After
yep.
5.
Okay, hit it. What's the
So
cheapest one?
cheapest one, it's Real Padel at $114 for hour and a half. And the good thing about Real Padel, that's the price anytime during the day. They don't have peak hour or peak hours.
And that's $28.50 for an individual. So
Yes.
that's what it's going to cost you. And remember, this is before taxes.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So let's go to the next
The
cheapest
next
one.
one will be Padel Life.
Okay.
Padel Life is 116. Same thing. They don't have peak hours or off peak hours, and it's gonna take you $29, $30 plus another $75 for gas for you to get there.
It all depends on where you live, right?
Yes.
And so it's $29 and an individual. I think this is a great price, especially because it's indoor.
Yes.
So you have a reservation there. You're going to play regardless if it's raining or not. I mean, that's a pretty competitive price.
It
I
is.
gotta say.
It is.
Okay, what's the next one?
The next one will be Ultra. This is Ultra. It's 119 plus tax, $120 to play outdoors. We don't have peak or off-peak hours for now, so you get to pay $120 or 29.
So it's $29.98 for an individual.
Yes.
So that's what you're going to pay. That's really competitive, getting under $30 because everything seems to be going, higher than that, north of that.
Yes.
You know.
Let's talk about Padel X. How much has it cost you to play there? It's $135 for an hour and a half, $33.75 per person during peak hours.
I gotta say that's a great price.
That's
man.
a great price.
I mean,
That's
those
a great
are
price.
brand new.
Yes.
Right? I mean, the courts are brand new. They play very well. Location's great. That's very competitive. Now, those aren't the premium courts. Those are just the regular courts, which there's not much difference. I mean, I think that the premium courts have video cameras and they're number 1 and 2, but pretty much the court is the same. So,
And as you can see, we're pretty much standardized. The price goes in between 117, 120, and 140. That's the price range, regardless where you want to play.
but I got to tell you, if you're playing 4 or 5 times a week,
Oh yeah, it makes a difference.
that $15 or $20 makes a difference.
Yeah.
Okay, so what is the next one after that?
It will be Wynwood, correct?
Wynwood is at, let's see.
Peak hours, it's $140, $35 per player, which they bump it up. They used to be 102, 112 flat rate, and a few months back they bump it up the peak hours to 140 for an hour and a half. They went salty.
So what is that, $35 a person there?
$35 a person.
So it's $35 a person there at Wynwood. Yeah, that went up there.
Yes.
But you know what? That place is always packed.
Yeah. Let's move into the sugar daddies of
Ooh,
Padel
boy, yes.
Courts.
The ones you have to have deep pockets to play in,
They
right?
want
You know what I'm
deep
saying?
pockets.
But you know what? The benefits are great because you get to say you're a member there. Now, this is non-members, so we're doing all prices non-members.
Yes.
Okay. So we're talking about the reserve. That is the high end. This is the cream of the crop of when it comes to clubs. This is where you want to be. This is where all the high rollers are at.
High rollers, baby.
Guys who have money are there. You see nice cars there. They have great benefits, great events there. How much is it, Julian?
$187.52 juicy cents.
Wow. So
For you to play at reserve, or it comes down to $46.88
an individual
per person. Plus, if you want to get a wrap there, you pay another $37 for a chicken wrap.
yeah.
And $12 for water. No, just kidding.
Yeah. No, you're not, I think that's true, man.
Oh, really?
I don't know.
I don't know. It gets pretty salty there, but you pay for the experience and the location. The location is absolutely stunning. I mean,
their market is that 5%. You know what I'm saying? That have the money, that want to play in the places exclusive, that they want the nicest things there. That's the club to be at. But that's the most expensive club. Okay, so the cheapest, price when it comes to court is going to be Real Padel.
Yes.
I mean, it's one of the first clubs here.
And you get what you pay for, okay?
Yeah,
You get
I don't think it's. I think it's a great club. They did a good job. I love the Punto 19 there. They have good foods there. They have coffee there. They have they put the new turf on.
Yeah.
Now you're gonna see some improvements there in the next 3-6 months, and we're gonna have another video on that. And will that change? I have a feeling that might change.
Yeah.
But for now, Real Padel is the cheapest club to play in. The next one, the cheapest club, is going to be, I think
we're tied between Open Padel at 117, Ultra 119,
and Padel Life.
And Padel Life. Yeah, they're pretty much up there. And the sugar daddies of all. Now you're moving into Padel X, Reserve, and Wynwood as well. That's
Wynwood is getting pretty high, yeah.
I mean, you jump from 112 on a regular day plus tax of 120 to 140. So you're paying that extra bump just to play on peak hours.
Yeah.
So would that make a difference if you play 3-4 times a week? That's another $60, $70 that you're spending on it. It makes a difference.
So I mean, you're at in individual 28, 90, I think, up to like $47 or $48.
Yeah.
That's kind of the range there, depending where you're gonna play. So let's talk about the indoor clubs.
Yes.
Which clubs are indoor? We have 3 clubs within the area. We have Open Padel,
Padel Life.
Padel Life, and the Ultra.
Ultra.
Okay, so
Yeah.
so Open Padel is just indoors, so they have 5 courts.
Yes.
And then you have Padel Life, which is again just indoors, and they have 3 courts.
Which the price in Padel Life, you're paying $116 for an hour and a half, and Open Padel you're paying $117.76. You got to take in consideration Padel Life, it's all the way up north, and Open Padel it's in Miramar, so it's not even Miami. It's in the outskirts of
So
Miami.
they're both under $30.
Yes.
Around $29 an
Yeah.
individual, or $29.80 an individual,
Yes.
which is very competitive. I mean, to get a court under $30 nowadays is a little tough. Okay, so the next one is going to be Ultra. Right now they have 3 courts indoor, and in the near future they're going to have how many?
We're gonna have 11.
11
courts.
indoors.
So, indoors. So we're gonna be the
Wow.
biggest indoor club in the United States with the 11 indoor courts. In the next 60 days, we're gonna have another 8 indoor courts. And the cost for you to play indoors is gonna be $150 for an hour and a half, divided by per individual, it's about 37 and change.
So besides Ultra, because I know you work here, what are the clubs that you really like playing at?
Well, I have my thing for Wynwood. I really love to play there because of the vibes and all that, and the people that goes there. Besides that, it's difficult for me not to be biased. I mean, Ultra being such a new club, such a beautiful place.
Okay, so
and the
Wynwood,
courts.
come on, give me another one.
I would say Wynwood and Ultra.
Well, besides Ultra, you work here. Come on.
Okay, but I love this place.
I know, but I yeah, it's definitely one of the.
So
better
Wynwood will
clubs.
be. I didn't have a chance to play in Padel X. You can
Oh,
tell
you
me.
haven't?
No, I never played in Padel
Oh,
X.
we got to go play. Then.
You never invite me.
Okay, but you're always working. You're 24 hours here. Bro. You know what I'm saying? But okay, yeah. So let's play there so you can experience it.
Yes.
Okay, so for me, it's gonna be definitely Padel X. I mean, because it's just so close to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And the courts play really well. And number 3 is that I can get a court pretty easily. You know, I mean, that's right now. The next one for me is I like Ultra. Ultra's, a good club. You have the option indoor and outdoor. And then my next probably club. Ooh, that's a tough one. I mean, I do like Real Padel, but if they had more benefits, it would be a little bit better. But I probably have to say Open Padel. I do like how the courts play there, and it's a good club.
Yeah. So and if we take the 3 indoors, I will say.
I have to forget Reserve. Sorry, Reserve for the reason, obviously, because I'm a member there. Plus, it's right across the street from me. I think location is key, man.
Yeah.
So I got Padel X and Reserve right there. It's just so easy to get to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If I have guests, from a different state visiting me, I'm bringing them to Reserve or the Design District. That's I really am. They get a little bit of experience, I feel. So it's going to Reserve Padel X, and then for indoors, probably going to be Open Padel or Ultra.
Yeah.
Ultra's starting to the only thing for Ultra is a little far for me, but it's starting to like it's really nice. It's a great club, man. Great club. You know, and I got my buddy here. You know what I'm saying? So I come visit him. You know, bother him. You know what I'm saying? So you know, those are the clubs here in Miami. Those are the prices and the costs. I hope that really helps you out to decide, you know, which club to go at. You know, if you ever want to come play Ultra, reach out to Julian. And if you've never been here, he'll guide you to the best clinics, coaching, and leagues.
We are all things paddle.